So tell me, what is the biggest story of the week?
All right, and you're going to think this is very strange, but it isn't strange when I explain it. The biggest story of the week is Karine Jean-Pierre. You know, okay. She gets out there in a press conference, and there's Peter Doocy, the only contrarian. Well, there may be two or three, but you've never heard of them. They're way in the back.
Yeah.
But this, Doocy is there to shake up the Biden administration.
Right.
That's what his job is. So he's not there as an objective reporter. He's up there to shake them up. All right, like Sam Donaldson was for Reagan, and it's a tradition.
Helen Thomas.
Yeah, and I mean, and Doocy does a very good job, by the way, Peter Doocy. All right, so he sits there and he says, "You think President Biden's going to go to the border?" And Karine Jean-Pierre looks at him and goes, "He's already been to the border," but he hasn't. He hadn't gone to the border as president or vice president. So everybody's looking around, and then Doocy follows up and goes, "Well, can you tell us when he went there? Because none of us know. It's not on the record. It's not on the White House logs. Not on the Secret Service logs." And then she launches into this ridiculous BS, which she does every day. Now, I'm saying to myself, I've been in this business almost 50 years as a child prodigy. At 8 years old, I was writing scripts for Walter Cronkite.
Right.
But I've never seen that before. I've never seen. I mean, that's just a lie. That's not spin. I started the No Spin Zone. I do the No Spin News now on BillO'Reilly.com. This is my concept, that spin comes out of political precincts every single day, and the job of an honest journalist is to whack it down. This isn't spin. This is basically Karine Jean-Pierre being paid by the White House, told what to say every day, lying to the world. There's no two sides to the story. It's not like she's not lying. So shouldn't that be on every single page one of the newspapers in America?
Sure.
Shouldn't that be incorporated into the nightly newscasts?
But I think people, Bill, have been so beaten down on all sides that they just know you're being lied to, and they don't care.
That's true. People are numb to this. And I'm not talking about the folks. But when you have a press that doesn't report a historical occurrence like this is history. All right? We all know that these people are full of BS, and they do what they're told to do because they want to have money and they get paid. But when a White House is basically lying, and they don't have any shame about it. They don't care. So what's the difference, I ask you, Beck, between the United States apparatus of information distribution and Putin?
I don't think anything. I mean, other than Putin will actually have some reporters killed. But I don't think anything. Well, no, let me give you another. I think many people in the press are afraid to say anything for their safety in Russia. Here, most of our press is gleefully joining in.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
So I wrote a message of the day outlining why this is an important situation for history. And this is a turning point now. So before it was spin, before we knew, it was all this, and okay, but now it's, hey, we're just going to lie. We don't care. We're going to lie. And once you start lying about going to the border, then you can start lying about everything, which, the Biden administration has walked that line ever since he's been in office.
Right.
They don't really care. And to me, really, really a turning point in the culture of this country.
We are also, I think, at the most dangerous time in my lifetime to be a Jewish person in most places in the world, including the United States. This Kanye West thing that happened yesterday, did you pay attention to that at all?
Yeah, I did. The Kanye West thing falls under killing the legends, the lethal danger of celebrity. Mm-hmm. He has lost his mind. Mm-hmm. Okay? And, that book chronicles these hugely famous people, Elvis Presley, John Lennon, Muhammad Ali, and how they got crushed by their fame. This is exactly what's happening to Kanye West. Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of exactly what you say in your book. With the people that are just sponging off of you, introducing themselves into your life, taking you way off track, and clinical insanity. This guy is...
he's over the line.
Yeah, he's over the line, and he is medically treatable, and he's not apparently taking his medication, and this is what insanity looks like.
Well, I use the word delusional. Look, Kanye West knows nothing about the Third Reich. I mean, he didn't read Killing the SS. I mean, he doesn't know anything. He, for whatever reason, has gone into a delusional world where whatever Kanye West says is right. Mm-hmm. All right? And there are a lot of people on this planet in that world. Okay? So do I pay attention to Kanye West? I do when it elevates into he's having supper with Trump. Huge mistake, by the way. Oh, my God.
Yeah, big mistake.
And it really reflects on Trump's staff.
Yes. Yeah, on his staff more than anything else. However, I don't blame Trump. He didn't know what Kanye was going to say or do. With Trump, and I know him really well, is if you like Trump, then he likes you. Yes.
If you a guy like Kanye West, African American, big time entertainer, he's saying good things about Trump, then Trump's going to have supper with you.
Right.
That's what it is. But Trump didn't pay attention to Fuentes coming in. He didn't know he was. I don't even think Trump knows what Kanye West is peddling out there on this anti-Semitism.
No, I don't think so.
He knows.
No, I don't think so.
But he should. He's got to. He's got to stop. If he wants to be reelected, and his chances now are below 50%, I'd say I put him at 35% and falling. If he wants to make a comeback in this area, he's got to have to discipline up.
Before we go there, let me take you back to one of your messages of the day. I think it was yesterday, and you talked about Mayorkas warning that the far-right anti-Semites might be planning an attack on Jews and other minority groups. What's this about?
Well, as soon as, and remember, Biden doesn't run any of this at the White House. It's not like he's sitting around going, let's do A and B. He's just way above it, oblivious. He's out with Jill. They're looking at the Christmas lights, okay? He's eating escargot with Macron. He doesn't really know what's happening day to day. But as soon as the White House saw this unbelievable era with Trump dining, they said, okay, we're going to issue a warning that far-right people are going to kill Jews, okay? And that's and Mayorkas got the call, put out a warning, and he did. So let's exploit this. Now, my point was, they've been looking for these far-right loons for 2 years, okay? And outside of January 6th, they haven't been able to find them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not sure that this is, I can't say that this could never happen. It could. There are violent people on the right that would hurt Jews.
And the left. Let's not forget the guy who's now
absolutely. You're right. Thank you.
Let's not forget all of the members of Congress that, have hung out with Louis Farrakhan, and also the new lead for the minority in Congress, replacing Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
He's not exactly Jewish friendly.
No, because it ties into the narrative on the progressive left, the far left, that the Jewish state is oppressive and fascist, and the Palestinians get hosed.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
All right. Take me to why did the New York Times keep Sam Bankman-Fried on their schedule, and also Stephanopoulos having him on? I think this is a whitewashing of his reputation.
First of all, Beck, Do you feel sorry for anybody who lost their money in the crypto?
No, I feel bad
honest.
for people who had their money stolen by him. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I said very early on, because we do a Smart Life segment every night on BillO'Reilly.com on the No Spin News. And I got letters. What about crypto? What about this? And I said, you would have to be blanking insane to invest in that.
Well, then I'm insane.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
You invested in crypto?
Oh, and made a lot of money.
You made money before it crashed?
Hey, remember this crash, Bill, is still above the bubble from 2018. I mean, if you
I invested in 15, 14.
Yeah.
I got a long way to go before I lose money.
Boy, you were lucky. Because
you don't invest in FTX. That's the ding. That was not Bitcoin.
The whole concept is not grounded in reality. It's grounded in this grift that you get something hot, you push it on the internet, people get excited, you attach things to it.
No, that's Dogecoin. That's
Dogecoin.
That's what he was doing too. He was playing with these, made up coins. That's completely different. Altcoins are completely different. Anyway, this guy was a huge donor
to the Democrats.
To the Democrats. Number 2 behind George Soros. Ken Lay was arrested, right away. Bernie Madoff was in jail in 24 hours. I mean, what is happening here?
Well, this is because he's in the Bahamas. That's what's shielding him. And he's paid off everybody in the Bahamas. So they're going to protect him. Now, why the FBI has sworn out a warrant? Because obviously this grift goes across state lines. And
international.
I don't know if it's millions, but hundreds of thousands of Americans lost everything. But the message to me is twofold. Number one, that if this idiot, and you just have to see him one time, and you go, I'm not giving this guy.
Oh,
money.
especially his girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm not going to get involved with business with these people.
Yeah,
I'd rather give my money to Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
What is this?
Right.
Just one look.
Right.
Okay? But if this guy were a Trump supporter, if this crypto guy were a Trump supporter,
doomed.
The noose would already be around his neck.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it's a conspiracy or anything like that. I think Stephanopoulos
that's the way it works.
is desperate for ratings. If I could get this guy on the No Spin News, if you could get him on the Glenn Beck program, you take him because, you chop him up. But, at this point in this world, I mean, you got to respect your money. You got to guard it, in my opinion. So anyway, when I was following it, I was going, I warned everybody, but now look at this.
So let me ask you, there's a couple of things regarding media. In fact, I got to take a break. I'm running so late. Hang on just a second, Bill. Back in just 1 minute. Bill, we're going to have to race through a couple of things, but you see that CNN is laying off all kinds of people. They apparently have not learned their lesson. The media, NBC, will still not explain what happened to the reporter on the Paul Pelosi story. That's not explained. And the ratings are just going down and down and down. GMA is literally celebrating the fact that 2 of their hosts are having an affair on their spouses, and they're like, it's good for ratings.
Look, we've talked about this before. It's over for television news. It's over. And independent contractors like you and me are the beneficiaries of that because people don't trust them anymore. Why would you watch this stuff when it's just BS? They're not telling you the truth, and they're not even fun people to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, is anybody saying, gee, I got to watch George Stephanopoulos? This guy is great. Is anybody ever said that? I don't think so.
Let me take you to China quickly.
Uh-oh.
What's going to happen there?
This is great for America. Oh, this is like, and I believe in God, and I believe God looks out for the good things on this planet. So now Mr. Bluster, strutting around, we're going to do what we want, he is in dire trouble because you don't come back from you better not come out of your house, and if you do, you're going to disappear. You don't come back from that. So now the Chinese people, who don't have much anyway, unless you're a businessman in Shanghai or Beijing, but if you're out in the countryside, you got nothing. They can't even come out of their house. And this is causing unbelievable amount of personal angst, which is not going to go away. And that's what you want. You want China to basically disintegrate from within.
Yeah, they're rooting and helping us disintegrate from within.
They're trying to push it. But Iran is the same way.
Right.
I mean, you shoot down a young woman because she's not wearing a burqa properly. People aren't going to forget that.
Yeah.
So these are good things for, let's say, the free world.
For the free world, not necessarily good for our economy if they spiral out of control. We've got to
but we don't need them, Beck. We don't need
we
them.
do until we start building our own resources again here.
I got to tell you, I don't care what happens with Apple. I don't care.
No, neither do I. But if they take Taiwan or Taiwan goes down, China goes down, there are no computer chips that are made. Not nearly enough. Everything now has a computer chip in it. And if we don't start making them here ourselves, we're going to be in trouble. But that goes for everything. Bill, thank you so much for being on. BillO'Reilly.com. Make sure you join him every night for the No Spin News at BillO'Reilly.com.